you want a vision of the future, Winston, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever. But the individual is only a cell, Winston. And the awareness of the cell is the vigor of the organism.
You. Yes, you. Do you dread waking up in the morning? Are you feeling helpless in your society? Perhaps even a bit lost? Well, look no further. At the Capitol, we offer an escape, a new beginning, a lifetime of unending joy. We have an abundance of attractions so captivating, you'll wonder how you ever lived without them. Let's take a look, shall we?
Greetings, free thinkers and thought criminals. Have you ever felt like Big Brother's just been peeping over your shoulder? Well, let's just say George Orwell might have been onto something, and so are you. We got a lot to cover. Let's get it.
You might be wondering, what's the cost for such a paradise? Well, dear viewer, some prices aren't paid in gold or silver. We only ask you for one thing, your identity. We'll need the very core of who you are. It's a small price for a lifetime of unending joy, don't you think? And no need to fear crime or violence. We'll always keep an eye on you. For your safety.
Humanity is the body.
I don't care. In the end, they'll beat you. Sooner or later, they'll tear you to pieces.
Ah, yes, the world of 1984. A chilling place where the government knows if you're sneezing in dissent. Fast forward to today, and we've got these newfangled central bank digital currencies. Seems cutting edge, but it's like handing over your wallet to Big Brother and saying, go ahead, keep an eye on my late night taco runs. And while we're on the subject of control, it's kind of interesting that the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank, everyone seems to advocate for CBDCs. Oh, and wait for it, they're all champions of prosperity for all, a tagline that sounds less like global goodwill and more like a B-grade movie. Yeah, like the ones with obvious villains. And while these institutions paint Bitcoin as the bad guy, kind of like Big Brother painting the truth as the bad guy, and their insane propaganda campaigns talking about how Bitcoin will undermine economies and it aids criminal activity, when in reality, it's the Gandalf to their Sauron, the last bastion of defense against a centralized currency onslaught.
Thought crime was so insidious. It just creeps up on you. My daughter found it out. Very proud of her. Very grateful I've been discovered before it's too late. They won't shoot me, will they, Smith? I know I could be very useful in a labor camp.
You see, guys, well, Big Brother, I mean, the WEF and UN sing lullabies about Bitcoin's supposed dangers. Its decentralized nature empowers nations they claim to help. Very suspicious, right? You know, it's kind of funny what and who these statists choose to attack. It is usually connected to the truth, from the Pentagon Papers exposing malfeasance in Vietnam to Assange, Snowden, and another individual that has helped save thousands from addiction and substance abuse, while exposing a lot of those inconvenient truths the state hates for people to know. I'll be one of the first to say Russell recently helped me in my life, and I'm definitely greatly appreciative of him and his work. And why don't you guys go ahead and take a look at this and you tell me.
Provide alternative narratives, and not only provide the narratives, invite you to create the narratives with us. Because do you know one thing I know? I don't know what's best. I've made a lot of mistakes. I've been wrong many times, but I'm beginning to think I'm right about this. The mainstream media is not your friend. The culture is not your friend. The government is not your friend. Big business is not your friend. They are operating collegiately in unison to create a set of systems that are beneficial to them and disadvantage you. The biggest threat to their power comes from unionization and mobilization of large groups of people. They're so nervous about it. They're so aggressive about it. They're so protective about it. It makes me think that they've got an agenda.
But yeah, the UN's doing a sequel, folks. Agenda 2030, Big Brother's bigger, bolder blueprint.
To ask, how do we build back better?
To build back better or whatever.
We have a chance to reset the clock and build back better than before.
Joe Biden calls it Build Back Better. Build Back Better.
Let's go ahead and see how Bitcoin stacks up against their so-called goals. Now, you guys can get this full article down below. Again, this is from a year ago, so we've been calling this a long time. A lot of things in this article we can't necessarily talk about on here, but that's why it's simply Bitcoin Unfiltered and why you should probably subscribe. But let's get to this. So we went ahead and took some of the UN's initiatives and put them through the bullshit detector. So one thing that the UN would like to do is ensure healthy lives. Now, in reality, that sounds like a trap to flood markets with GMOs, push mysterious medicine, and label any nonconformity as a mental disorder. Another amazing initiative in poverty. Sounds great on paper, but when the fine print reads make everyone dependent on a global CBDC, you have to wonder.
Really think about this statement. Existing industries would be reconstituted as a series of complex, interconnected, emissions-free energy systems. Energy, mobility, industry, manufacturing, food and land use, and negative emissions. That sounds difficult, don't you think? To rebuild everything at once, and better, without breaking everything. Fixing everything in a few decades, in a blindly panicked rush, while demonizing anyone who dares object. And what will it take to do so? Here's the most alarming part. Nothing more than, quote, a coordinated transition that will require governments, along with the financial services and technology sectors, to catalyze, facilitate, and accelerate progress, foster information flows across systems, and align individual incentives with collective goals. A clearer statement of totalitarian inclination could hardly be penned.
Agenda 21 is kind of a code name for a master plan originated at the United Nations to change the political and economic system of the world to one of total collectivism. And in order to do that, people must not be allowed to have independence. They must be dependent on the state for everything. Otherwise, they won't be easily controlled by the state. That means they can't have private property, mostly. They cannot have land of their own. They have to live in, preferably, high-rise apartments that are provided to them by the state as a benefit, so to speak. Oh, good, we got a free apartment. But these people at the top want all humans to be dependent on the largesse of the state. That means that they don't want anybody living out in the boonies. Anybody that's got a couple of acres of land and his own water supply and can grow his own food and that kind of thing, or have some sheep or some chickens, these people are a threat to the collectivist society because they aren't going to go to the politicians and say, please feed me, please clothe me, please give me shelter. They tend to be independent.
And now here we are, enter Bitcoin, decentralized, resilient, and the real hero in our story. Standing tall against any globalist agenda, a beacon in the world veering dangerously close to Orwell's vision. And guys, in order to exit dystopia, of course, you must take your Bitcoin and take it into self-custody. And if you need help with any of those things, we are partnered with the Bitcoin Way. They can help you with wallet and node setup, escaping the fiat system. Of course, that is the key, securing your digital life, becoming your own bank. They can help you get started and grow on your Bitcoin journey. So if you need help with any of that, you can schedule a free 30-minute call today with the Bitcoin Way using the link below. The Klaus, the WEF, Gates, to all the globalist puppeteers, Bitcoin isn't just a currency, it's a symbol of resistance, and it is a direct challenge to your planned dystopian future. Nico says it all the time, and our choice is becoming more and more clear. Do we become pawns in a global game of control, or do we champion our own financial freedom? The future's digital and the battle lines are drawn, but always remember, while Big Brother might be watching, Bitcoin's got your back. Now, Orwell gave us a picture of a world where freedom's just another word for whatever Big Brother decides it is, but about Bitcoin, it's that snarky graffiti artist, that punk rocker, scribbling "resist" with Satoshis on the walls of centralized control. In this wild world of misinformation and overreach, Bitcoin doesn't just ring the bell of liberty, it blasts the air horn of financial freedom. The choice has never been more clear, and Bitcoin has never been more important. Choose freedom, choose Bitcoin.